Hi, good morning. It's Bev here, and I thought I'd spend 15 minutes. I'm actually going to press my timer and see if I can stick to that time frame. I've been away overseas visiting our daughter Emily, her partner, fiance, and their beautiful baby Otis, who's 16 months old. I got back on Tuesday night, so I'm still a little bit jet lagged, but I think I'm conquering it and I'll be good within a day or so, I think. So I just wanted to cover off a few things about the TM7. Some of you will be receiving yours shortly, and also some have got yours already. And there's others who are sitting on the fence, will I, won't I? And there's some that haven't seen it at all yet. So um, I'm often thinking, how do I get all the news out to everybody and so people can understand the value of a TM7 and whether or not it's something that they would like to pop into their kitchen. All right, so what I'll do right now is go through, I've had mine now for probably nearly 3 months, and I've been discovering more and more throughout that time. So I'd like to very quickly show you some of the highlights and things that excite me about this model Thermomix. I've had the 31, I've had the 5, I've had the 6 and the 7 now. And I mean, they do just keep getting better and better as technology advances. So does the Thermomix. And you never know what's going to come with the new model, but this one is outstanding. Anyway, I'll just put my computer towards the Thermomix now and talk through and hopefully cover off as much as I can in 15 minutes. Anyway, here we go. Hopefully you can see that well. All right, what you are seeing first of all is that the screen is large. It's like working from an iPad, which is crazy because you navigate your screen and you're cooking at the same time. And it's very simple to navigate. I'm not techie myself, but I've found that this is very easy to use. So the large screen is one of the big advantages. Now, you'll notice the housing, everything is very different looking. It's not big and bulky like the TM previous. So, you might say, well, how does it all lock in together? It's a magnetic locking system, so it doesn't need those locking arms anymore. And it does lock securely in position as you're cooking. Okay, take the bowl off, and I just want to show you that the bowl has an outer layer, an outer housing. So the lid comes off, and to take the bowl out of the outer housing, you just pull this lever aside this way. I'm getting a bit confused looking at it backwards. Okay, push it aside, and then I'll take out the simmer basket first. The bowl lifts out of the housing. So why the housing? It makes the whole process of cooking quiet. You can sometimes not even hear it cooking. And I find that great. There's none of these wish, wish, twish, whatever in the background. It's quiet and it's very good. Sometimes I listen closely to it to see if I've actually started the cooking because I can't hear a thing. So the bowl is the same size. It's 2.2 litre, the same as the 5 and the 6. It's got the blade. It's a blade that can be used in the TM6 as well. TM6, TM7, same blade. So the blade just lifts out, and that's as simple as pulling your whole bowl apart, which is much easier and less taxing on a wrist movement of trying to get the bottom piece off. So the blade just goes back in. It's a bit like a jigsaw. You have it sitting flat. You line up this black part of the bowl with the handle. It fits in nicely. You'll see how well it fits in. Just put it straight on like that. And when it's all together, you push that across again and you've locked everything in place. So that's real good. So this is good for the silence, the sound. It's also safe to touch at any point in time. It's not going to be hot. And also I find that it keeps the food in there hotter. You can actually sit it. It's almost like it's in a thermoserver. Not quite the same, but it keeps food in there quite hot. And then it just sits back onto the Thermomix base like that. So that's the bowl and how it comes apart. The lid looks a little bit different too. It's got these two little pieces here, and they line up with the handle and make taking the lid on and off quite simple. So the lid just sits flush. These are flush with the handle, and you can tell it's sitting on nicely. The measure cup is now called the cap, the lid cap. It's not a measure cup anymore. It's very simple design. It just sits on and you give it one little twist and it secures into position. So when you have a look there, you'll notice that you can't see right through anymore. So therefore you can't fit the spatula through and turn things. But you don't need to. All the recipes have been adjusted to suit not having to put the spatula in and turn things around anymore. Even the pavlova, that was my worry. You're adding the sugar gradually. Well, they've adjusted the recipe so the sugar gets added in a couple stages and you still get the amazing result that you always did. So put the lid back on, pop the measure cup on. Now, okay, so looking at the screen, let's have a quick look here. Okay, I won't go right through this because it obviously will take longer than 15 minutes. But, you look at the side of the screen. Can you see my finger? Yeah. So we've got the home button, which is where we are right now. We've got search, which is fabulous. You can search so well on this machine. You can search by category, by time. It's going to take them to make the recipe by portions. And there's also other filters there that you can look at. I have 12,638 recipes in English, and collections are global. There's 8,209. But there's a simple way to filter that down very quickly to just get collections or cookbooks or small themed collections in English. And it's quite simple to do. I'll do a further recording to cover Cookie Do. But there's a lot online and there's a lot of information around Cookie Do, but it's very easy to navigate. I go through a lot of this when your Thermomix is delivered. Whether that be face-to-face or online, it's easy to do it both ways. So then we go down a little bit further and we look at just sort of things that are specific. So what have I recently cooked? What have I bookmarked? What are my recipe lists? What are my collections? And what recipes do I have in created recipes? You'll see I did some frenzy crazy cooking yesterday. I made these beautiful, if I touch the picture, I get the recipe comes up straight away. And I did learn how to say Buchteln, I think there's pronounced, sweet Austrian rolls. They were delicious. So you can go a little bit further down and you'll see all the ingredients listed. Much bigger list of ingredients. So you're not going next. They're all there. So that's one step of adding all of those things. It weighs in 1 gram. It's like the TM6. Pardon me. And as you're adding in ingredients, a little green light will come across and it will ding, and that means that ingredient's done for most of them that are weighed in. Gives you all the instructions, it gives you the tips. This is where you can add notes into your own recipe. So you can put in anything specific, and you also get, as you open that recipe, you'll get a little star at the top of when you go back to that recipe that says that tells you that you've added notes because, you know, with 12,000 recipes, you can't remember all of it. Tells you where this came from. I was actually cooking in my Fira cast iron pot yesterday. I've been doing a bit of cooking there because at the moment for the rest of the month, it's a free host reward when there's a purchase at your demo. Okay, so I made some prune jam to go with those, and I made braised lamb shanks for dinner last night. It was delicious. So that's recently cooked. You can see bookmarks, as I said, recipe lists, collections, and created. Then a bit further down are all of the modes, the cooking modes, and there's more. With the TM7, we've got more modes than we've had before. We can have cooking without the lid. It's called open cooking. One thing my daughter in Holland said that she loves open cooking because she can make non-Thermomix recipes and adjust them and, you know, be able to add things as the recipe progresses. It's like having a pot on the stove that you're cooking with the lid off. What else is there? Uh, there's a few other modes that have been added. The pre-clean, there's a browning mode now. So we have control over using high heat, whereas the TM6, it was included in recipes only. We have gentle and intense heat. I did one of the recipes I used yesterday used intense heat, and you could hear it crackling, not loud, but just the sound. It means that you're adding more flavor, which is amazing. So that's browning, and there's also a steaming mode now, which is really awesome. Steaming, steaming, steaming. There it is. So steaming mode allows different sort of settings. Are you just using the Varoma? Are you using the simmer basket, which is similar, a little bit different? The Varoma is definitely different. Or are you using both? So it sort of breaks down steaming into 3 areas. Just while we mention the Varoma, because I'm running short on time, this is a much better design. It's large, it's a square design, so things fit in more than an oval, a lot better. So Varoma is fabulous. I think it's 45% bigger, so there's the capacity to do a whole lot more, excuse me, more steaming. I picked up a bit of a bug overseas, so that's why I've got a bit of a cough, but it's getting better. Okay, so yeah, so there's a lot of modes. The modes are great. There's some down the bottom, peeler, grater, grating, slicing, spiralizing. But as yet, we don't have that equipment for the TM7. Unfortunately, the TM6 equipment doesn't, the only thing that does fit is the blade cover peeler, will fit the 7. But the grater, slicer, spiralizer, unfortunately, we have to wait for their release in Australia. But I'm sure they'll have some really good deals on those. Okay, there's a line up here. You touch that line and it will show you where the recipe you're currently cooking. It'll be right there, but we haven't opened one, so there's none there right now. But there's also a timer. There's the takes you to, hang on, sorry, let me go back there. What's that one? Oh, the scales, obviously. So it'll just bring up the scales whenever you need them, whether you're in a recipe or not. And the final one here in the kitchen area at the top is the cleaner, as in the pre-clean. So you've got 5 different settings there, and it gives you good information about that as well. Okay, what else do I love? It's beautiful. It's such a visually appealing Thermomix. It sits discreetly in the background without taking up a lot of room and actually looks really nice in your kitchen. I love the look of it. I thought I loved the look of all the other models, and I still do. They're still good. I mean, I'm still using a TM6, which is there, but I love using my 7. I'm finding that I'm using it pretty much every day. Um, what else? What else? What else? Oh, there's one thing I discovered. See, you discover more as you go. Someone pointed this out the other day. If you take the bowl off and you want to just weigh something, oops, time's up. Oh my goodness, there. Okay, I'm repeating it, but I'm not going to go that long, I promise. Okay, if I drop down the open kitchen cooking area and I select the scales, there's my scales. I've got a lime here. You can just pop the lime on anywhere on that base with the bowl missing and it will weigh. It's 127 grams, that lime. So that's great. Oh, one more thing, a couple more things. uh, when you get to a point in a recipe where you go next and you need to weigh something, when you take off the lid, it accounts for that. So it's not going to go into negative because the lid's been removed. That is such a really good advantage. I love it. Um, okay. Oh, it has an inbuilt glider board. You do not need a glider board for this machine. Um, it moves around quite freely. And so you won't be needing to put a board under it. And you see, cleaning is so efficient and easy. There's none of this sort of cleaning in between the locking arms and trying to get the flour out of the base. You just lift off, give it a wipe around, very easy. Wipe over your screen. The screen is not as sensitive, so you can have drips on the screen and you can still be a splash of oil, splash of anything, and you can still operate that screen very easily. Oh, finally, I think I might make this the final. You can personalize the Thermomix to your needs. So if you go into the home screen and you go down, down, down till you get to edit home screen. So if you press that button, edit home screen, you can choose. I like to be inspired daily. I like organizing myself. I like having my tools handy. So you can choose any of those three, and that will set up your home screen according to how you'd like it to be set up. And I'll go through that more when I'm going through your delivery. Um, okay, so I'm going to get rid of that. So not face on with it. Okay, so I'm thinking that this might be enough for now. So I don't want to take too much more time. Now, if you would like to know more, or if you would like to see the TM7, I'm happy to jump online. We live in Melbourne now, but we go to Sydney regularly. We're actually going up on Tuesday for a week, and I've still got some time if anyone would like to catch up and cover the TM7, see what it's all about. And just get in touch with me and I'll see what timeframes might suit and see if we can lock it in for this trip. Other than that, people locally in Gisborne, Victoria, Melbourne, wherever, I'm happy to organise a time to share it with you as well. Last thing, finally, in this month, we have a option. See this beautiful green cooking equipment here? There's 3 pieces. Just for the rest of this month, you can put that lid on straight. I used that last night. I use this regularly to bake bread. They're beautiful cast iron cookware, and they are absolutely beautiful and amazing. Beautiful heat conduction, great cooking. You can stir fry, cook things, pop them in the oven. Yes, we have those as a host reward, but for the rest of August, if you have a sale at your demo, one of your guests says yes to a Thermomix, within 2 weeks of your demo, you can get one of those free. It was a reduced price host reward in that situation, but now it's a free host reward. So I can highly recommend going for that. Anyway, that's enough, and been nice to touch base. I'm getting a little bit more active on social media, so if you would like to look me up, Bev Smith, Thermomix Consultant, you can see a few of the things I'm getting up to cooking-wise. And yeah, would love to catch up with you if you'd like to see me face to face again. I'm more than happy to make that happen. Anyway, I'll say bye for now, and I will hopefully see you soon. Thanks. Bye.